The Anvil Paladin Q&A has been up for a couple of days. I thought we'd take a look through and see what the top questions are. But before we dive in, I just want to make sure you guys understand what we're about to see. And I've talked about this in previous videos, so in case you haven't seen those, let me explain. When Star Citizen makes a ship, and I know you're already laughing because you see my favorite Ion up there. And I'll talk about this particular ship here. When they sell you a ship, it's got to be better than a ship they've sold before, because they cannot sell you a ship that is outperformed by a similar ship they've sold before, because then they cannot sell it. And Star Citizen funds itself by selling you spaceships. In the case of the Ion, pictured over here, which is one of my favorite ships in the game. In fact, its brother, the Inferno, is my all-time favorite ship in the game. When this ship came out, it was a one-shot wonder. It would one-shot all the light fighters and some medium fighters. If you hit them in the right spot, they will just explode. Everyone ran out to buy this and fly it. It was great. And what did they do? They nerf it. Why? Because the devs don't want everyone running to one particular ship or one particular weapon and ignoring all the rest. They want some balance, and balance in a game like this it's still way out there. So I know a lot of the comments we're about to see are very reactionary, which is perfectly normal, but I want you guys to also consider this, that this game will be balanced and rebalanced many times before it even goes gold, and even after release it'll keep on being balanced. So I fully expect this deal with the Paladin, which was just sold. The Redeemer, which is the closest ship to it, was nerfed. They had big size 5 turrets on the Redeemer, which were removed and made size 4s. Now the size 5s show up here on the Paladin, and everyone's rushing to buy this ship because this is the new sexiness. And with the Shadowfall paint over here, it is indeed the sex. I keep on looking at it, and I haven't bought it yet. I'm thinking of just melting something. I might melt, don't be angry, I may melt the Corsair and go for this. May do it, we'll see. But without further ado, let's take a look at the Q&A and see what's happening. So first of all, you can tell just by the icons themselves, Clownface getting the highest amount, so you know it's going to be good. So let's go, first one. Will you nerf the Paladin if it achieves the highest kill count like the Corsair? And yes, they will. All right. The Corsair had a lot of pilot-controlled guns, and I was loving the hell out of that ship, blowing everything up. And apparently they had some stats. I think it was like 45 or 40% of all the kills were happening because of the Corsair. And so they reduced the pilot-controlled guns to bring it into balance. Is that fair? As far as games balance goes, yes it is. Now, is it fair to you if you spent money on it? No, but understand, like the Ares Starfighter, they will be balancing and rebalancing many times. And for them to sell you a ship which seems OP at launch and then gets nerfed later on is how things work. So you can choose to keep on being surprised when it happens, or just expect it to happen. Now, when it comes to the Paladin itself, I don't think they'll be nerfing this ship anytime soon, just because there's going to be a lot of outrage about. There's enough people complaining about it and now saying, yeah, we're onto you, we understand this, and we're not okay with it. What I think will happen if there is a nerf coming to the Paladin, it's going to be speed, rotational speed, or just speed in total. It's going to be slow as a brick. The ship is going to be slow, and possibly they may nerf the shields if they really want to, but they're never going to give you a ship which does everything well. So if they don't nerf the weapons on this, they'll nerf something else. Keep that in mind. Did the Anvil steal the Paladin size from the Aegis Redeemer factory? Yes, they did. Is the Paladin the reason why the Redeemer was nerfed to oblivion? Yes, it is. Why introduce another ship with Quad 5 loadout when you took that away from another ship like the Corsair and Redeemer? We know the answers. Are you going to nerf it after it comes live? Not after it comes live, probably shortly after, but they will. Just expect it. Celamon or Kelamon here actually got a good question. What will differentiate the Paladin from the Redeemer and the Andromeda, which is also a gunship? So I haven't flown the Andromeda in a while, but speaking to a couple of Redeemer pilots, what I think and what I assume is happening here is the Paladin is going to be more of a flying brick. It's going to be slow, but has more offensive weaponry. The Redeemer is going to be a lot more maneuverable. By lore, it's supposed to be because of those wacky engines, right? The nutcrackers. So the differentiation will be basically Redeemer, a lot more maneuverable. The Paladin's going to be a flying brick. That's where it's going to go. Was the Redeemer only nerfed to create a free spot in the ship lineup for the ship? Yes. Anvil swiped the size 3 shield, the size 5 guns and Aegis in it. Yes, they did. Why was the ship released with Loadout? You've recently said it was too strong for this size ship because it punches above its weight class. Wake up there, Bastion Steel. Of course it does. How does this ship earn its 4 times size 5's weapons and contrast redeemer size 5? That's been answered already, because you gotta make one ship better than the one before it. Oh, here's a good one. Does it come with any storage like gun racks, lockers, and cargo? So, gun racks, yes. Lockers, yes. Cargo grid, I cannot see it. If there is a cargo grid, I cannot see where they have put it. I mean, it may be. Is that possibly a cargo grid there? That might be it. If they can give you 4 ACUs, any kind of cargo would be great for some small box missions. That would definitely make the ship a lot more palatable to a lot of us. How well armored is the Paladin compared to the Valkyrie or Legionnaire? I think the Paladin is going to be a lot more armored than either of those. Here's a nice one. Why would I put 5 people into the Paladin, that's a pilot, 3 gunners, and 1 engineer, instead of 4 into a Perseus? First of all, don't give them ideas. I think the Perseus is going to be an amazing ship. I own it. I cannot wait to get in it. And I just pray that it comes out OP for a while at least. Let us enjoy it. Don't bring any attention to it, please. Wrath putting out, I guess, a decent question. The deck plan of the Paladin shows a lot of empty interior space. What is the purpose of all the space put to work? It's not that there's a lot of empty space. It's just that they've become more efficient at building the ships around space. Before they'd have the, well, in terms of the Redeemer, basically the Redeemer was, here's the outside, let's make the inside fit inside it. Now they're going the other way where they have the interior components. And they're saying, here's a cockpit, here's the mess, here's the crew quarters, and then they build the ship around that. So as far as what the ship looks like on the inside, it may look like empty space, but I mean, a hallway is not empty, wasted space. There's always things happening. I have a lot of faith that all the space will be utilized efficiently, as we've seen in the Intrepid, which I think is the best use case of limited interior space. They've done a wonderful job with ship interiors in the most recent ships. This is a question a lot of us have. Does the Paladin, is the Paladin capable of carrying anything else other than crew, like cargo or a small vehicle? It does not look to me like you can fit. Actually, you know what? You may be able to put a pulse in there. If that opens up the back, maybe. I'm pretty sure you can cram a pulse in there, but I don't see any other place for vehicles. Although cargo, again, there must be a cargo grid. I hope they put a cargo grid in there just for some small boxes. It'll make the ship a lot better. Who made the choice to use stairs over the ladder or elevator? Also consider a thank you. Absolutely. This is something so small, but a lot of the players who've been around for a while will 100% of the time ignore that ladder and 100% of the time take these stairs, and by take the stairs I mean just jump through the stairs to bring you downstairs over there. No one wants ladders, nobody wants elevators, we want stairs. Mercury Star Runner, please give us some stairs at the back part of that too. Why is this thing only killing Drake ships in the brochure? Yeah, not only Drake ships, but in particular the Ironclad, which is a ship that no one should ever shoot ever. Good question there, Lord Anubis, I agree. Oh, here's a good one. What is this system, and why does it take up so much space between the floors? Could that be ballistics? Those, if that is underneath the turret, there it is over there. Is that possible? That is, actually no, it doesn't reach the roof, does it? Or reach the bottom? If those are ballistics, ammo, if that's ammo, then I'll be impressed. I don't know, I'm not sure what it is. That's a great question there, Venus. But let's wrap it up over here. Anyway, guys, give me your thoughts on the Paladin. And again, expect this ship to be nerfed. It's just the way things go. I don't think they will dare nerf the weaponry on this thing. I think it's nerfed speed and shields and armor, possibly. Give me your thoughts. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, your comments below, always appreciated. Catch you in the next one.